looking at the XRP chart, you can definitely ask what it is actually doing, right? If you are kind of depressed with the price movement of XRP over this time period, yeah, you can definitely ask that to yourself. But are you actually looking at these on the right perspective? Are you reading through this to get the correct knowledge? That's what you have to understand. When the price is fluctuating in the overall market and you see green numbers here, there in different coins which are moving way ahead than XRP, you will seriously have a trouble. And that's how the markets work. Now, if you are someone who makes profit regularly on trading different assets, short to medium term or long term, yeah, that's fine. You're still making profits to do something better. Now, there are some important stuff which I want to share with you guys today, and this perspective should help you understand where to be on, which is the right side to be in this war. Now, when I say that, it's not only me using that terminology, but the news outlets as well. This one for me would be utility war towards green and sustainable future. Now, that's the agenda of 2030. Right? Agenda 2030 laid out by the UN, IMF, almost everyone is talking about this. All these supranational organizations are working on this. Now look at these. China region declares war on crypto mining. Now that's just one part of it. That is not the whole story, but do understand there is more coming to it. Now this is kind of, coming in different news outlets, and it shows China's Inner Mongolia is demanding that all cryptocurrency mining projects be cleared by the end of April. Due to China's commitment towards world's carbon emission target 2020, the mining of thermal power in Inner Mongolia and Xinjiang will be greatly affected. Now, if you look at these, it's 2020 target. Okay, cool. So what's the next one? It's 2030. That's where we are moving towards. In between, we have Agenda 2021. So these are really important to keep in mind so that you don't miss the holistic picture. What is the holistic picture? You are looking at this. Okay, MCBDC project. What does it actually mean? You can come a little bit down and then look at who's working on these. As reported by several business media outlets, the People's Bank of China has joined this week central banks from Thailand, United Arab Emirates, and Hong Kong. Now, if you look at this closely, you'll understand one step. Some of these central banks has been working with one institutions to do something different. And what is that different? To distribute a distributed ledger technology, to develop a distributed ledger technology for real-time cross-border transactions involving different currencies, domestic and foreign. So they need a bridge asset to do this in real time without friction. Now, if you read through this, you'll get more perspective. But yes, it's about the utility. It's about the ledger and the specification of the ledger. Now, yeah, that's kind of the fundamental stuff, but that's not it. We have to go through all of these and describe what really is happening. If you can buy Bitcoin using XRP ledger, keeping XRP as the bridge currency, and do the same with gold, silver, and other commodities, what's coming ahead is something which you haven't even imagined. Now, yeah, not everyone will see that. But look at this. The crypto market cap has bounced back. So stay strong, listen fully. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. This is one of the charts which I put out to my patrons before. Now, this is how you anticipate the moves in the market. Now, yeah, most of the day, I kind of do this. Now, this is the start of this month, and I'm trying to give you guys one or two tips to look at what you really want. Say, we were looking or anticipating that this is going to be the entry, and this is going to be your target short to medium term. And this is what just happened. So, if you are looking at this, you'll understand why are you taking such a decision. You look at the indicators. I clearly follow the moving averages, MACD and RSI, combine it with the price, and then give my suggestion to my followers. So they are happy with this. Now, is it only one asset? No, this is another one. Now, when you zoom in and look at this particular one, we were talking about this. We are breaking a bar. We were following that. So I highlighted we are breaking a bar. So we are going bullish. Why? We were comparing the MACD, RSI and other stuff to give them that suggestion. And this is what happened afterwards. So you can see what we were waiting for and what just happened. Now, these are not only the assets which we are doing. We are dealing with a wide variety of assets and different topics in the Patreon. If you want to get that with the maximum benefit, this is the start of the month and you can look at the Patreon. Link is given in the description below. Now, there are guys who are entering at the end of the month, still getting a lot of value, making money. But there would be different times when the market is going down and you need to be patient. Why? Because the trend and the pattern is still valid. You are just inside the correction within that pattern. Similarly, if you are in the market, the right perspective which you need is to be an investor, not to be a short-term trader who makes 5 trade positive, another 10 trade negative, right? You're here to make money in the overall trades. If you trade 10, you need to be on the positive side for 6 to 7. That's how you make profits. Now, with that being said, in this market where you see a lot of different opportunities in different coins which are popping, you now need to know how can you actually understand this. In our Patreon, yes, we go through all the different charts. We put it out for based on your tier. You get almost everything. Even the basic tier get 4 to 5 or 8, 10 charts depending upon the number of opportunities I find a day. Towards as you reach the top, yeah, you get more value for your time and for different assets. Now, why do you do this? Because time is money. If you can anticipate that this market is going to do something in this time frame, say next 2 weeks to next 3 months, you are definitely going to make money. Now, how do you actually do that? Say this is for XRP. I share all the different information which I have for XRP here with you guys, right? So if you are an XRP holder and you have patience, you don't actually have to join the Patreon. But if you're someone who's looking to increase your XRP portfolio by trading some of your XRP, say 10% of your XRP in variety of different assets, and to make profits regularly and then put that back into the XRP portfolio, yeah, then you can still look at the Patreon. Now, if you're looking at this particular chart of XRP BTC on a weekly, the price is showing you, okay, we are at the bottom, we are doing this, we went back to the moving average and we got rejected. Okay, fine. Now look at the indicators. What are they actually showing you? As the name suggests, they are indicating something. What is it? If you look at the past here in the RSI, for my eyes, it shows, if I scale this out and look at the pattern which is playing out there, this is kind of clear for me that we went up, we're coming back down to retest that. Now, even when we are retesting, you look at the trend line, we are moving to the upside. So that's on a micro frame making higher lows. That has to be considered. Now, if you're someone who is trying to look at technical analysis and learn, you need to concentrate on all of these stuff. You're looking at the price, you're looking at the indicators. You need to give attention to these details to make that right decision, which, if you anticipate well and that plays out 8 to 10 times, bam, that's cool. That's great. You're making money. Now, look at the bottom. Here, what you see is the MACD. It's kind of slowly rounding up. And remember, this is on a weekly time frame, so it's not happening tomorrow. Now, it can also happen tomorrow, but being an investor, you position yourself in a way that if the price is bouncing in next 2 to 3 weeks, you are in there, you are taking that profit, right? You're not someone who's waiting for the price to bounce, and once it's bouncing, you're entering, chasing the price, and that never ends well. A lot of guys do understand that, right? So there are different perspectives to look at this. RSI can come back down and then bounce, but it doesn't mean the price can come way lower than that. It means the price can consolidate. Meaning, if it goes 10% up, it come back 8% down. If it goes down 8%, it come back 7% up. So it's kind of consolidating there before you get enough demand or buyers in that supply area of price. Then you move above this moving average, that's bullish. Now look at altcoin market. Now, if you look at the general altcoin market, one thing which you understand here is that the trend in the RSI is moving higher. And that's cool. We are at the support and we are slowly reversing. We came back in one candle, now that's a weekly candle, and we retested the support. Now, do I anticipate it to burst all the way to 100-200% tomorrow? Maybe, I don't know, but chances are high that we may consolidate in this area for some time, do the reaccumulation like this, or even this, or a little bit longer. Now, when the altcoin market cap goes 10% up, some alts pump 40-50%. You have to keep your eye on those if you are trying to make profit to put back into your XRP portfolio. If you're someone like me, then what do? You kind of look at different opportunities. So this is XRP USD chart on a daily. The RSI shows something like this. Now for me, at the bottom, it clearly looks like a rounded bottom. That's fine. Now if I compare it with here, I kind of had a rounded bottom or a cup and handle here. You know, cup and handle, inverse head and shoulder, Adam and Eve, all of these are kind of reversal patterns. And when you get these reversal patterns, you're looking for the price to reverse and move upside. Now, those who are complaining that XRP didn't move much, in just this view of last 4-5 months, look at these. This was first bottom, which you see here in the RSI. Then this was the next bottom, which you see in the RSI. Now, this is the third one, which you are seeing here in the RSI. So if you're anticipating the RSI to do the same, and then the price follow the same, you are looking for XRP to making another high. Now, another high here means moving above the recent highs and a new higher high in 2021. So if we move above 0.8, that's all-time high in 2021. So 2021 making an all-time high should bring attention, should bring volume towards XRP. Now this is on a daily, right? So next 2 weeks, 2 months, if you are getting that, that's definitely damn bullish. Now you concentrate on this price fluctuation here. You kind of see that the price went up, then it went back up to retest that level and came back down slowly. Now when it came back down, both of the time it is being supported by the moving average. So when the price is reaching near the moving average, it simply means buyers are interested in buying this particular asset when it is near to that average, 50-day average on a daily. Because at the same time, the indicator is at the support at the bottom. That means it doesn't have much of a downside to go, even if it is breaking to the downside from here, right? So if you have that clear perspective, what are you looking at? The MACD should round, right? It should turn to the upside. Now that's XRP USD on a daily. Now, what if you actually zoom in? What do you actually see there? Now, when I zoom in, this is what I see. And this is what I inform my patrons whenever I see this stuff. Now, yeah, in the YouTube video, I have to, put this out, do my research, create my video, record it, edit it, upload it. There's a lot of process and it comes to you guys a little bit late. I know that. But I try to give you guys the maximum information which you need as a trader or an investor in this crypto market where you have a lot of opportunity. Now, if you're someone with that emotional coefficient and intelligence, you can combine both of them and get into these opportunities in various different assets, right? So if you're looking at this, for example, the RSI is breaking to the upside. Okay, last time we have done a fake out. So you need to be careful. But last time, the MACD rounded and went back down, but this time the MACD is moving to the upside, so that's kind of a little bit bullish there, right? It's turning bullish, whereas the RSI is breaking bullish and it's bouncing. Now when the MACD does the same, I'll inform my patrons, but it should also be here in the price. Why? Because it's not only about crossing above this particular trend line resistance, but it's also about moving above the moving average here. So on a 4-hour chart, if we are able to move above the 50-day moving average, that's going to be double bullish there. Why? Because at the same time, the indicators suggest you're moving up, the price is moving above the rising, trend line resistance, and then above the moving average. So then what you're looking at, crossing the recent high here, so that would be 0.6 to 0.65. If we manage to do that, this kind of comes into play on the daily. Okay, we are bouncing to the upside on a shorter time frame, and you're kind of making an inverse head and shoulder in the RSI, so that pushes you to the upside. Now this is what you do when you try to anticipate the market. Now you won't be perfect all the time. 7 or 8 times, if you can make that perfect, that's bam, that's spot on. That's how you make the money. Now look at this on a monthly. we closed this monthly candle. Now we anticipated that to be volatile, and look at that candle. It went up, it went down. It's kind of, here and there all over the place, and it's volatile. And that's what you actually see when the price has more supply and demand, sellers and buyers, waging war on each of them. Now that's what we have to look. Now this month has opened green. We are moving up. And remember, this is a zone which had been a resistance previously and has been acting as a support from that time. So that's 2018, 2019, 2020. Now, if you have to do something with technical analysis, you understand that's a significant part of this. If you are maintaining a support for a long time, retesting that again and again, and then bouncing away from that level, that means something. Now, to get a clear picture, it's not only XRP BTC pair which we are looking at here, right? We need to actually look at all the different scenarios. So this is XRP BTC, where we are at the bottom, where the RSI suggests that we would be kind of consolidating like this. But when you look at XRP Ether, now I've been discussing about XRP Ether, Ether and XLM, the ratios between them. The entire 2017 cycle, they were maintaining that. And, quite some time in this market cycle too, it was maintaining the same level. Now, if you anticipate that price movement in XRP based on Ether and XLM ratio, it looks like XLM and Ether ratio is playing out quite fine. So the next stuff which has to happen in the market is that the XRP need to move up so that it matches up its ratio with XLM and with Ether. So that's like XRP Ether ratio and XRP XLM ratio, because XLM to Ether ratio is kind of following itself. So that's fine. Now, here in XRP Ether chart, this is what you see. We are having a rising trend line. The price is moving to the upside. Fine. Now, the RSI is making a pattern here. So if this pennant is breaking to the upside, again, that's turning bullish. Why? You look at the MACD, it's reaching the neutral to positive area here, right? Here, it's neutral, 0. Above it's positive, below it's negative. Now you are entering that positive zone, and if you are able to bounce to the upside in the MACD here, that's bullish. Why? Because on XRP USD pair we saw that, on XRP BTC pair we saw that. So if it is also happening in XRP Ether pair, which is also one of the biggest XRP traded pairs in different exchanges, you're gonna see something. Why? On a daily, we are already above the 50-day moving average, and the pennant is forming, and if we break to the upside, that's bullish. We would be traveling to the recent high here. That would be our resistance. Why? Because it was also a support previously. This time that would be a support resistance zone. Now that's somewhat the technical side of this, right? Now when you come back to the fundamental side and look at these projects, it really gets interesting, right? The initiative is no surprising, since China and UAE have simply expanded an initiative started last year under the name of Project Inathon. Now you look at that, you'll understand it's by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and Bank of Thailand. Now you look at Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, how are they dealing with Ripple? So the central banks with which Ripple works, are you seeing some of them in this, or most of them inside this? Say we have 5 here. If you have 3 or 4 who are working with Ripple, the aim is something similar. At least in my eyes, this looks so similar to the aim or the vision of Ripple. They make their own central bank digital currency. Fine, that's cool, great. Why are they making that? It's about using their own fiats, right, through their transaction, instead of just jumping into dollar and then moving away from dollar. So this makes sense, right? In this sense, the decision to join the MCBDC project, Bridge project, can be read as a demonstration of strength and confidence that China wants to showcase to the rest of the world after the successful launch of domestic pilot test. Now, they have done that in many different cities inside their country. That's huge, because that's a country with a lot of population, and if you are looking at Shenzhen and all of these cities, now that's kind of, like Singapore's population or another small country, right? So they are working on this strongly and they are getting over this. Now, if you look at this, the support is also coming from the Bank of International Settlements. Now, the Innovation Hub Center of Bank of International Settlements has already been describing Ripple and XRP in their report. We have presented it here previously, right? So now, Moreover, the strong support by the Bank of International Settlement Innovation Hub Center in Hong Kong guarantees the official mark of validation of the oldest global financial institutions whose mission is to foster stability and cooperation among central banks. So now look at the central banks. Who are they working with? How many projects do they have? What type of central bank digital currency they are looking at? Who they have done pilot projects with? What they are learning? Now, the central bank digital currency, the MCBDC Bridge project, has the potential to become a landmark in the development of a safe financial infrastructure for cross-border transaction using DLT in a free, real-time 24/7 ecosystem. Now, this is something you'd really have to pay attention. All of these are happening in the Pan-Asia basis. Look at Ripple, the company, and their development, where they have concentrated more, where they are having much adoption rate, and how they are progressing in this particular region. You can close your eyes, you can neglect this, that's up to you. But if you are looking at this fundamental, you are definitely understanding what I have highlighted here in this technical side. Why? The technical gives you how the market is responding to the price of a particular asset at that time. Now, if you don't understand the market, okay, what really is happening, you need a little bit more clear picture. Then you go into the technicals and see these kind of stuff. Now, these are not old news, right? You can look at this and it's recent. Now, it's turning 2nd in the morning here in Korea, but you have a lot of other regions in the world which are still on the March 1st. So this is recent news. And as you see this pop out on the same day, for me, there is no much doubt. And that's why I'm out of BTC. Even if it goes to 1 million, I don't care. But I personally don't think it's going to 1 million or 500,000 in this market cycle. It can go, not in this market cycle that I think, right? Now, you look at the stock market, you see green numbers and you're like, okay, that's kind of the place where you should be. You know, the safe haven assets are going down. So what really is happening? Usually in a bull market, when the price goes down for a safe haven asset, that's kind of the buying opportunity, at least in my eyes. So guys, if you really want to look at different assets in your portfolio and to widen your portfolio, you can definitely look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description, where you get charts like these for different assets during the day, night, whenever I'm free. You'll get these updates so that you are having educated guess and the anticipation of different assets for different time frames. If you want to do that, you can definitely join the Patreon. If you watched this video till the end and if you received value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.